So you are thinking about making the big move from the Big Apple to Charlotte, North Carolina. You want to know, what are the differences? What are you jumping into? Well, in this video, we're going to cover all of that and then some, so you can make a good decision, the best decision for you, and if Charlotte is the best place for you to make that move. So stick around and we're going to jump right in. So one of the great things about New York City is it is the melting pot of cultures, of all things coming into one place. And one of the things you'll notice in Charlotte, it does not have that vast cultural diversity that New York City has. Now, Charlotte, as you'll notice when you're living here, the vast majority of people are not originally from Charlotte or Charlotteans. Myself, I'm originally from Coral Springs, Florida, South Florida, and have made the move to Charlotte, and now it's home. And like I said, the majority of people, they're not from Charlotte originally. There are some here, but as far as the cultures, you'll notice it does not have that vast differences of cultures, which then goes into the types of foods and different things that brings to the area. But the demographics are definitely not the same as the greater New York area. So that's something just to look at as you come to the Charlotte areas. It's not the melting pot that New York City is by any stretch. So just something to keep in mind as you make the move or start checking out areas around the greater Charlotte area. So one of the big differences you'll notice right away, especially in the heart of Charlotte and Uptown, is the public transportation, and the difference especially in the New York, greater metropolitan New York City area, where New York has one of the best public transportation systems in the world with MTA, whether it's taking the subway, buses. You really, in a lot of cases, you don't even need a car if you're right there in New York City. And in Charlotte, the big difference is you do need a car. If you don't have your driver's license, you definitely have to get it. But there are ways of getting around with public transportation in Charlotte, like the light rail system that is really over time going to develop into an even more robust way of getting around Charlotte, both down into Matthews, Ballantyne, up to Belmont. The light rail system is going to offer ways for commuters to get to and from Uptown for work, for play, but especially right now, it's not even close to the public transportation that New York City has to offer, especially getting it up from New Jersey, all around from Long Island to, like I said, the metro transportation in New York, just totally different. While there are, like I said, ways of getting around, but a big difference you'll notice as soon as you get here is people aren't just hopping on and off buses and transporting. It's just not necessary, but it's one of those things that is really eye-opening for someone that's expecting to have that public transportation as a form of getting around. Quick intermission. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to be kept up to date on all things going on in the South Charlotte area, if you're looking to make the move, we absolutely love sharing that information with you, and you can like and subscribe to the channel so you'll know anytime new videos are posted. I'm Steve Jarrell. My partners Amanda and Kathy with the Longleaf Group here in Charlotte. We love working with people just like you every single day and helping you make that move. Make sure you send us a message. You can text, call. All the information is below. We absolutely love it. So let's jump back in. So let's talk about the difference in cost of living in Charlotte versus New York City and that greater New York metropolitan area. Without a doubt, the cost of living is less in Charlotte than obviously New York City. And there's a lot of things involved there, whether it's taxes that are substantially less in Charlotte versus New York City. Really, that also depends on where you are. If you're in greater Charlotte versus South Charlotte, Union County, taxes are very different there, but still going to be substantially less than New York City. The other is just the overall cost of living, which is housing to your shopping at the grocery store, still going to be substantially less. And just as a range, it can be anywhere from 30 to 40% great, and it can even be greater than that depending on where you are in New York. But if you're in the boroughs, for example, it can be anywhere from 30% less, and like I said, and then can even get higher depending on where you are. But quite a bit difference from a cost of living. Now, there are different amenities that the high prices and taxes obviously offer you, like we mentioned, transportation and education and things like that that need those tax dollars. But overall, from a cost of living standpoint, much less in Charlotte than the greater New York area. So did you know that Charlotte is the #2 banking center in America behind, that's right, New York City? And a lot of the, I say that, but a lot of the clients that we work with that are moving to Charlotte from New York are in the banking industry, and it's a job relocation. So that doesn't come as a surprise, but what can be a surprise is the job market in Charlotte is, like I said, heavy in the banking, financial industry, but also there's a large tech scene, healthcare scene going on in Charlotte, and the job market has exploded, especially with the options in travel that allow people to move to obviously travel back and forth across the country with the hub of American Airlines, USA, or here in Charlotte. So whether people like it or not, a lot of times they're flying into Charlotte as the central hub for whether it's layovers or whatever the case is. But Charlotte has all of the infrastructure that you're seeing that job growth here, and people moving from all over. So from a job market perspective, lots of opportunities. Comparing that to New York City, obviously, if almost every publicly traded company or large company has some type of office based in New York City. So, you're comparing just such a large area, a large density of area, and jobs available in New York City versus Charlotte. But I will say that Charlotte has a huge opportunity for people looking for job growth, and whether, like I said, the financial, the banking industry, and some of the others that people don't necessarily think of Charlotte, but those options are definitely here. So very strong, very positive job growth in the area. So let's talk about entertainment and the options available in Charlotte comparative to the New York City area. Now, we're talking about one of the largest metropolitan areas in America, and comparing it to Charlotte, North Carolina, that's growing, continues to grow. And Charlotte does have professional sports teams. We have the Charlotte Hornets, NBA. We have the Carolina Panthers, NFL. We have a number of other entertainment options available in Uptown and some of the outskirts, but not nearly to the level that we're talking about New York City, Broadway, theater. So you have to really plan those out. In New York, you can show up and there's something going on. In Charlotte, you got to really plan and see what's going on before you get out there. And it's definitely not the city that never sleeps. It sleeps in Charlotte, but it's it's not the nightlife and things to do. It's not a 24/7 entertainment options available. It quiets down, especially Uptown, which is much more of a financial district, work area, as opposed to the heart of things going on in Charlotte. It's really more of the south end, just south of Uptown, which is what we call our downtown area. Then there's Noda and Plaza Midwood, some of those just outside of the downtown area of Charlotte where things are going on. But even still, those areas start to quiet down, after 10 o'clock or so. And yeah, there's things that go on, but it's not nearly the nightlife that you'll see in the New York City area. One of my favorite things to do is eat. And when it comes to your food selection in Charlotte, especially compared to New York City, big difference. And like I said earlier, the demographics, the cultural diversity, people from other countries bringing in these amazing different types of foods and selections. You just don't have that vast selection that you do in New York by any stretch. There are great places to eat. There are great selections, but it's not nearly, walking through New York City. You've got choices every which way, and just some of the best food in the world. And in Charlotte, like I said, there are great selections, but it's not nearly, you have to kind of find those places. And when you find them, hold on to them, but they're out there, but it's not nearly the selection that you're going to see in New York City by any stretch. But that's just one of the differences. The food is not up to par as New York City. So let's talk about the weather, the differences in weather. One of the big questions I get asked every time when someone's looking to make the move, especially from the Northeast to the Southeast, the Charlotte area, is how's the weather? And the reality is we're not in the Northeast and we're not way down in the South Florida area where you've got those different extremes. Well, here it's much more mild. We have all of the seasons. We have very mild overall fall and springs that are great temperatures, especially when fall comes around. You've got the leaves changing. You can head over to Asheville in about an hour and a half and really in the mountains see the leaves changing. Head over the beach, enjoy the summers in South and North Carolina coastline. So you have that mild temperature. Now, I will say when summer does come around, it gets hot. When winter comes around, it can get really cold. You're not going to see much, if any, snow during a lot of winters. Every once in a while, you'll see some snow and icing and things like that. But when it does come around, people really don't know what to do with snow and ice because it just doesn't happen very often. But as far as temperature, you get that mild weather as opposed to extremes one way or the other. So things to keep into consideration when it comes to the weather. And finally, we'll talk about one of the most important things to anybody looking to move to a new area, and that is the quality of life overall. And the clients I talk to that are looking at Charlotte and the things that it has to offer, whether it's the uptown area that has that bigger city environment, not quite to New York City, but does have that metro Charlotte area, then the outskirts, the suburbs of Charlotte, whether it's down into Union County, Waxhaw, Weddington, Ballantyne, some of these areas that you can still get uptown area for if that's where your work is. You have that quality of life of being able to have a slower pace of life, as well as have those options there. One of the things that I've noticed and have talked to clients that when you're at a red light and the light's been red for a second, people don't honk. And it seems like it's funny, but it's a reality is that people are from a quality. It's not the hustle and bustle 24/7. It is a slower pace, and people are very friendly here. And there are a variety of options of housing, whether it is living in the city, the uptown area, or it's living a little slower pace with the acreage of land and being able to, like I said, still be within the city. So quality of life is definitely a pro, and the options of how you're going to live your life and your lifestyle in Charlotte is a big advantage to anybody looking to make the move to Charlotte, especially if you're used to living in more confined quarters in New York City. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, learning a little bit about the differences, not necessarily all pros and cons, but really just the differences of living in Charlotte, North Carolina versus what you may be used to in the New York metropolitan area. Like I said, I'm Steve Jarrell with the Longleaf Group, and I would absolutely love to help you in your transition as we help many others make their move from New York City, the Northeast, to the Charlotte area. So please reach out if you have any questions. So until next time, thanks for joining us.